China's spy crisis at the heart of Westminster. China's hit back, the embassy condemning the claims as malicious slander. Also tonight.
The Evening News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. MI5 is warning MPs and peers they are being targeted by Chinese spies after it uncovered 2 recruiters linked to China's intelligence service on LinkedIn. The pair operated as headhunters on the networking site, aiming to recruit parliamentarians, civil servants and others with access to politicians. The security minister told the Commons that China is trying to recruit and cultivate individuals to access sensitive information about the government. Well, China denounced the claims as pure fabrication and malicious slander, but it's not the first time it's been linked with spying allegations. Here's our political correspondent Carl Dinnan on the growing threat. The US House of Representatives is set to vote in favour tonight of calling for the release of all of the Jeffrey Epstein files held by the Justice Department. President Trump has called for Republicans to approve their release despite originally blocking it. He was named in an earlier release of documents relating to Epstein, but denies any link to sex abuse and trafficking. Ahead of tonight's vote, Epstein survivors gathered on Capitol Hill to urge Congress to act. From Washington, here's our US correspondent, Dan Rivers. And Dan heard from one woman who says she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. Next tonight, the family of a great-grandmother who died after being hit by a police motorcyclist have told ITV News they feel cheated after the officer involved was acquitted in court. 81-year-old Helen Holland was hit by PC Christopher Harrison as she crossed on a green pedestrian signal as the Duchess of Edinburgh was being escorted through London. Last week, Harrison was found not guilty of causing death by dangerous driving. But speaking for the first time since the verdict, Helen's brother and her granddaughter told our reporter, Mahathir Pasha, they feel it shows police are above the law. The Housing Secretary has told ITV News that the government is on track to build 1.5 million homes before the end of this Parliament. But Steve Reid wouldn't tell us how many of those will be affordable homes and blamed the state of the economy. ITV News has highlighted the housing and homelessness crisis impacting low-income families and the urgent need for decent, affordable places for people to live. More than 1 million people are on social housing waiting lists and more than 170,000 children are currently living in temporary accommodation. Here's our investigations editor, Daniel Hewitt. There's more ahead tonight, including those stories and more after the break. Stay with us. Hello and welcome back. The Tartan Army will be on tenterhooks tonight as Scotland's men aim to qualify for the first World Cup in almost 30 years. They take on group leaders Denmark at Hampden Park, knowing only a victory will guarantee them a place. Here's our Scotland correspondent, Peter Smith. Some other news now. Websites including X and Spotify have been hit by a major outage linked to Cloudflare. You're watching the ITV Evening News. It is just coming up to 7 o'clock. Here's what's still ahead. Back here, the Chancellor is under pressure to raise taxes on gambling in next week's crucial budget, despite the industry saying it's already heavily taxed. But tonight, ITV News can reveal that Sky Bet has quietly shifted its headquarters to Malta, potentially cutting its UK tax bill by tens of millions of pounds per year. The business is operated under licence by Flutter Entertainment, Britain's biggest gambling company, which also owns brands including Paddy Power and Betfair. Our business editor Joel Hills reports. Oh, wonderful. That is all from us for now. Gamal is here with the latest after I'm a Celebrity, but from me and the Evening News team, bye-bye.